Trish from A Touch of Magic, and today I'm making my ultimate chocolate brownie. These are delicious and squidgy, they're soft, they're decadent, they're so bold, but there's definitely a taste of more. As you can see, they're rich, they are divine, and they are so easy to bake. Trish from A Touch of Magic, and today I am doing some delicious, delectable, decadent brownies. Now these are not for the faint-hearted, they are rich, they are squidgy, and there's a little secret ingredient up my sleeve. So I am starting with our eggs and our sugar. So I have got 5 free-range eggs, and I've got caster sugar and brown sugar. Now don't worry, I will have the recipe. It will follow after the video. Just getting all my bits and pieces. So into the bowl, we have our brown sugar and our caster sugar and our eggs, 1, 2, 3 into the bowl, and I'm going to whisk those until they volumize and they get this gorgeous cream, luscious, velvety, smooth, ribbony batter. It's delicious. Now while I am letting that beat, it will take about 3 to 5 minutes to volumize. I'm going to melt my butter, and I'm also going to melt my dark chocolate. Now I've used 50% of the dark chocolate because it's divine. If you want to use milk chocolate, it just means that your brownies are not going to have that decadence and that dark, rich chocolatey taste. So I use 50% dark chocolate, and I've got salted butter rather than unsalted butter. So I go to the microwave, mix the two, so I have melted butter and melted chocolate. Ooh. Now, as you can see, the colour has changed, and the colour has changed to this beautiful coffee, and that is because of the brown sugar. Do not be tempted to lick the whisk, as tempting as it is. Wait until everything is finished. So, we have got our whisked eggs and our whisked sugars. So they have that beautiful caramel colour. We have melted the chocolate, and I am putting in a tablespoon, a squidge of golden syrup. So in goes the melted chocolate and the butter and a squidge. That is a word, squidge. So we're putting in a squidge of golden syrup. And then I'm gently going to put the chocolate. Now make sure this is not hot, hot. It's just room temp. And in goes the melted glory that is of chocolate deliciousness. Turn up the mixer ever so slightly, and that's just to make sure it's all combined. While that is mixing away, do not forget the remnants. Every last bit counts. Everything that is left in your bowl is money. So make sure you don't waste a drop and put everything into your bowl. Now, followed by, we've our plain flour, and I have my cocoa powder. Again, as I mentioned, the recipe will follow, and I'm just giving it a gentle mix. And this is such a forgiving recipe. And in goes my delicious cocoa powder and plain flour. Clean as you go. And my secret ingredient, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And in that goes. It gives, I don't know, that je ne sais quoi, that yumminess, that stickiness, that fudginess, that deliciousness. Boom. So we have got our delicious brownie mix nearly finished. Just before, I'm going to sprinkle in about 50 to 60 nibs. I've reserved a few for the top. And we have our chocolate brownie. Now feel free at this stage to lick the whisk. So this is going into the sink, clean as you go. So we have our delicious brownie mix. Just making sure it's all mixed through. Now the tin that I'm using a roasting tin. It's a 13 by 9. You can use this recipe for a 10-inch. It will give you a thicker brownie. I love this style brownie. So please, the brownie police that are out there, this tin suits my family. I have a family of 6, and as I mentioned, they do love their brownies. but they love them that little bit thinner. So if you want a thicker brownie, be sure to use a 10-inch tray. So a 10-inch square cake tin will take about 35 to 45 minutes to cook. Normally around the 45-minute mark. This particular recipe in this size tin takes 35 minutes. Now it's important also in relation to the temperature, because I put it at 160. Now a lot of my bakes are at 180. This is 160 Celsius, which is fan forced. And I'm just sprinkling a few more little chocolate nibs. More is more when it comes to delicious brownies. Now, as you can see, this is nearly a catering size. But as I mentioned, I have a family that will lick the bone clean, bowl clean even. And we've got our lovely squidgy brownies. Important, it's going into the oven. It will remain in the oven for 35 minutes for this particular tin, 13 by 9. And for a 10-inch tin, it will take 35 to 45 minutes. And in that goes. Boom. And here we have our delicious sticky brownies. Now, as you can see, the brownies, they rise a little and then they collapse a little bit as well. Now, don't be tempted to cut those straight away, because you'll snag and you'll tear the crumb off the chocolate brownie. Give these time to go completely cool, about an hour. Be brave, hold tight, they will be worth the wait. You need to chill them for another hour in the fridge. Once you put them into the fridge, for some reason, the brownies get sticky and fudgier, but they're a dream to cut. Slice, enjoy, scoop of ice cream, happy days. Hi, I'm back again, and now I have left my lovely chocolate brownies chill for an hour, and I'm about to cut them. So, first things first, I'm going to find the centre and give it a good old, oh lads, and straight through. Now, we can either make them that large, or we can make them a little bit smaller. I tend to do them in threes, purely because as you're cutting these, what you don't want is them to have a huge wedge of brownie, because they are deliciously decadent and rich. Now, one thing you need to do when you're cutting is to wipe the knife clean before you start on the other side. Now, I've cleaned my knife. Onwards and upwards we go. Delicious chocolate brownies. Yum! You will get the loaves and fishes out of this particular recipe, and that's where straight down the middle you can have chocolate brownie bars. Your kids would love you forever. Or, Mom, don't be so mean. I'm cutting them again. And straight down. Now, it does help to have a lovely long knife. And again, you need to clean the knife for the next side. Down the center, I've cleaned my knife. Oh, the only decision you will need to make is to decide whether you're a corner brownie or a center brownie. I have just finished baking my brownies. I've allowed to let them cool. I've also allowed to let them cool in the fridge, but look at these squidgy brownies. They're absolutely divine, but the center is sweet, rich, and bold. Thanks for watching me bake with a touch of magic. You'll find a list of ingredients and a link to my new book in the description below. Please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next Thursday.